Just because he has eaten garbage
Literally a
previously.
dog
That was
that eats
circumstance.
Hey,
He
welcome
was
to Saturday Night
neglected.
D&D with DM.
I'm gonna neglect my hand upside the back of your head.
What?
We're discussing feeding our imaginary dog trash.
There is no discussion.
Definitely one of the critical discussions. Well, welcome everybody.
Out there, it is cold here in Texas tonight, and I know the rest of the nation's pretty cold. We're at 13, feels like 0 in Central Texas.
All right, it's my favorite question of the night. What does everybody remember for last time?
Blaskin exposition dump.
We met with Papa.
Want to elaborate on that, Scott?
Padre. What? We talked with Padre a lot about Blaskin, and I'm not going to get super into that, but because we'd be here for a super long time to recap that. But then we agreed to, or he showed us his basement where he has the last Warforged creation. I'm going to call it an engine because I don't remember what he called it. And then he asked us to go kill his son. And we agreed, but we were like, we don't really want to kill him if we don't have to. I feel like I hit every major point.
I don't remember that part of the conversation.
And then you went to the spa.
Oh, I did go to the spa. I did. Yeah.
Yeah, real Wizard of Oz experience. I think, yes. Let me just make sure that I wrote it down correctly. You should have more movement for like the next day. Double check. Yeah, Blaskin's got +5 movement for the next 24 hours. Because of spa and yoga and good things. Yeah, we spent most of the last session in Shade Home, the happy little enclave in the bottom of the cogs there in the city of Sharn on the continent of Corvair in the world of Eberron. And you guys helped decorate the view of the town. Everybody picked up the brush and painted in some stuff there. There was a library, there was lots of food options, there was the spa. There was a nice garden in the middle where some light was being reflected down through a portal in the ceiling. And yeah, then Padre just kind of dropped that nugget of a quest on you.
It wouldn't be too much for you guys.
Oh, I thought there was a second half to that sentence.
Please kill my son.
Like you do. It's, you know, just
I heard
just
you guys are really good at
quests.
this.
Specifically children. Yeah. There was mention of travel in the direction of the artifact you're looking for on a rail line known as the Break Line out into the region of Droam, which is kind of was described as a bit of the frontier. This rail line is where new settlers are heading out, where people are taking trips just to go see the wild, untamed wilderness from the security of viewing cars. And also, what the hell is a train? So I think we left, correct me if I'm forgetting anything, I think we left off with you guys getting a nice rest in town there and figuring out how you wanted to try to get aboard this train, because it sounds like it's taking you in the direction of the battlefield where you detected the next artifact that you're trying to collect. The end.
The end.
We need to go decide, are we buying tickets or are we just sneaking on board?
Do we even know, or does Lucky know what a train is? Because from his homeworld, there's no such thing.
I think most of us are more into the concept of a train.
The actual term they use is, he calls it a rail engine, but it's...
Guys, I just had a great idea. What if this rail engine was what if we made a new word for it and it was train?
You're fired.
All right.
You mean
goodbye.
like practicing?
No, it's too late. I'm fired. I'm going back to my merchant ship.
Hey guys, can we call this boat a train now? No reason. But it's all you've heard so far. I mean, you obviously haven't seen it yet, but people in Shadeholm there are familiar with the concept. It's kind of outside of most people's pay grade to think about traveling on it. Kind of like how most of us would have viewed traveling on the Concorde jet back when that was still a thing, which is probably earlier. It probably disappeared before some of us were born.
I remember.
Yeah, it's just described to you in. There's a bit of like fanciful elaboration and kind of hyperbole around like when people talk about this, like just this massive moving machine that the arcanists and the engineers of Sharn are super proud of. Carries lots of people, carries a ton of supplies for the frontier, and anytime you get a chance to go see the tracks that head out of Dura, one of the rises there in town, it's the sense of scale of something moving that big is crazy. It's like, wow, a mechanical dragon that only stays on the ground. But I mean, you're familiar enough with, you've seen vehicles. This is just a bit more of a mechanical bent.
It's like a wagon.
Than, say, a cart with
train kind of that can only go where the little metal things on the bottom point it. So I would not have any reference or knowledge to doing hobo stuff.
So they did mention that there's two general approaches. People do buy tickets to travel on it. That's like a mid and upper city thing. And that's where the station is to actually get onto the train. I'm going to keep calling it a train because, I'm not going to remember to not. But yeah, where everybody who's like a passenger, who's the moneyed individuals who can actually use this as convenient transportation or a weekend getaway, that's kind of like in the upper city is the station there. It sounds like this station is large enough and these engines are large enough that the staff, the mechanics, the tenders, the cargo loading and unloading, that's actually in a sub-level of the station that puts it in the lower section of the city. And there's definitely an approach of, well, you can try to smuggle yourselves on, you can try and work, like press gang yourself into working on the train, or you can, throw some money around, see if you can go pick up some tickets to, buy your way in. Oh, I need to make you guys a long rest.
That would be
Why is that
lovely.
not in the party sheet? Bam.
Yippee!
Wow, there's new logos again. Must have been a big update. Did this get the 5.1?
Yes, this was the
I know
new
you-
So, like, when you, you'll have to do some adjustments if you don't like it. It'll show, like, little, damage pop up above the tokens. You can have the text appear beside the token on the screen if somebody's typing as a character, if you're typing as a creature, or you can have it just show up kind of on the edge. Same thing, there's in the middle will be a pop-up showing what damage or save was done. And if you get like a bunch of things doing it, you're going to spam the middle of your screen, so you may have to turn that off if you don't like it. Some cool
We'll find
features,
out.
though.
Cool. So yeah, that's the general info. As just a couple proposed ideas from the kind of discussion with Padre. But if you guys want to gather more information or do some planning on your own and then see how that works out, you're about to be, if you want to get on the train, you're going to be railroaded already. So I'd like to let you guys play around for free before that happens.
Okay.
This is literal DM railroading.
Look, I know where I'm sending you, but how you want to get on that railroad, that's up to you.
I'm okay with buying tickets.
It could be fun.
Let's go see how much they are. We go to the rail
Okay.
station.
I like Gumbo's idea. We can. I mean, we don't need. We can. Bleh. Words hard.
Very.
Okay, so you're currently in the bowels of the steamworks in the cogs. At the mention of wanting to go back up into the city proper, he gives one of you, I guess whoever's open to it first, what looks like a kind of cartoony magnifying lens. It's like the size of your face, Gumbo, with
Awesome.
a solid, dark wooden handle on it. Very, very canonical magnifying glass, just a bit oversized, with just a bit of a green tint to the lens. But when you hold it up to your face, whoever's using it, it's like a. Do you remember those old red hidden image cards where when you put the red foil over something, you could see
The secret decoder.
the image that, yeah, it's effectively like that for getting back through the steamworks. The sigils are posted for people who are trying to find the space, but those already in the know, those already welcomed into the fold. When you go in and out of the steamworks, which the whole township there is not just regularly flowing back into the city. This is mostly people's hub and safety. But for those that do need to go, either barter or are just a little more brave, this is something that they carry around, where you look down at the ground and there's just a clear white line that is going to winds out towards the door, and then it's going to be yes, follow this path. It'll get you directly to the exit. So that being the case, it's not hard to get back to the cogs, the area where you were at before. Why is this freaking out so much? Are you guys hearing the music skip?
Not here, Skid.
Nope.
It's just that kind of low droning stuff going on.
It's weird. It kept cutting in and out. Anyway. Oh, and I know this is just going to be a web link, so it's not going to help a ton. But one of you got or asked for a map of the city last time. So I'm just going to post this in Discord channel. If I can find it. Too many windows.
Neat.
You guys are technically below the lower wards. So Black Bones was in the upper cogs. The Red Hammer Inn is actually listed as one of those bullet items. But the train station or where you guys are trying to head is in the middle wards, just north of the Underlook Inn district.
That would be between M31 and M30.
I'm debating whether or not I should have given you a map with like 200 bullet point items on it.
Yes. I'm surprised you didn't just copy it.
You guys want to take the train?
Train, please.
But there's so many listed places to go. Who are these people? No, that's fine. Shorthand. So when you get to the station, there at the middle district, for one thing, you've crossed a series of bridges and kind of winding ramps that went up some of the larger towers of the city. So you're a good, I want to say 300, 400 feet up from the ground level that you were on in the cogs. So a lot of these wider thoroughfares that bridge between tower sections, still wide streets, but at the edge, it's all you're just crossing bridges that drop way down into the bustle of the city proper. But the station you get to, standard fare is 350 gold per passenger.
That is a little expensive.
Not as bad as I thought it would be.
That's gonna hurt me for sure. I wonder if we can go find a quick day job to do.
What if we all apply to be train conductors?
Yeah, what does that entail?
Well, I really like that idea, Gumbo. We should all do that. I want to be a train conductor.
You can definitely ask. I want to hear you ask. Please go ask.
How long of a ride is it? Is it a few days?
Yeah, it's a 3-day trip.
Kind of a while to be stowaways. Well, if we bought tickets, I don't think we would need a ticket for Blaskin, because he can be a bug.
I can only be a bug for, wait, I'm sorry, back up. How long is the ride?
3 days.
3 days.
I can only be a bug for an hour.
No. You can be a bug for 6 hours, and you have 2, and you short rest, and you get your 2 back. So you can
Do
be
I
a
get it
bug
back on
for...
short?
Yeah.
Well, technically you'd just be getting him on if once we're inside, unless they're constantly checking, then he's just another passenger at that point.
Oh, I have an idea. What if we dress me up in a suit of armor and leave me in the cargo hold?
I'm curious
Guys,
why the suit of armor.
350 gold.
It's really, I mean, does anyone not have 350 gold?
I'm pretty sure I don't. Let me, Blaskin's voice got like an octave deeper there. 1 second. His nuts dropped.
Anytime Blaskin talks about money.
Oh, I only have 8 platinum, so I don't have that. How much do we need a piece?
350.
350 apiece.
I do not have 350. I have 80.
That's true.
So somebody will have to cover me. I spent all my money on a secret.
Lucky.
Why is everybody always asking me for money?
I was just asking to see if you have
I'm
enough.
helping out, but I'm constantly buying stuff for everyone. I'm trying to save up for new spells and stuff, but everybody's always taking my money.
I wonder if they sell any. Should we see if they fancy goofy?
Is it $300 total for all of us, or just per person?
Per ticket.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Do you have enough for yourself?
Yeah, I can get myself, no problem. I mean, technically, I could get everybody, but then I'd be broke.
We know Lily doesn't have enough money because she doesn't have any money.
Maybe we could sell Lily.
Gasp.
Could sell Lily.
I like the way you guys think.
I'm sitting here trying to immortalize the tiefling.
Maybe Lily would be willing to give us the rest of her money and realize she has somewhere else to be.
Wait, I don't need this window. Why is that up? Good luck. I don't even see any on that sheet.
Left as well.
There is zero money listed on this sheet. Wait, hold on. I was just looking at the party sheet. Oh, yeah, that's in people's individual inventories.
Scott, do you have 6 level spells yet?
I have like 1 slot in it.
Do you have 6 level slots?
Yes.
We could just wind walk.
What the heck is a wind walk?
You used to walk on wind for 8 hours.
What are we gonna do for the other like 2 days and 3/4?
Eat grass, walk around. I don't know. Use our feet, sleep.
Eat grass.
Wait, are we not taking the train?
If we don't want to spend the money, and if we don't want to be criminals, we could just wind walk it.
I want to spend the money, and I don't want to be a criminal.
Oh, it's up to 10 willing creatures. Oh, okay. So what happens if one of us goes to cast it and we just get like counterspelled? Are we all dead?
What? What do you mean?
What?
I don't know why. In my head, for some reason, we're floating through the air on the train. I don't know why I'm thinking that.
Can't counterspell once you cast it. I mean, we could be clouds on the train, I guess.
Just hide in the steam coming off the
Yeah,
engine.
could probably work. I'm spitballing here.
So you do notice outside the station, there is a recruiter who's got a little table set up with some signage to the effect of, like, wish to see the frontier but can't pay the exorbitant cost. Try indentured servitude is not the right word.
Oh my god, it's an army
it's like
recruiter.
Slaving.
Oh,
My god.
it's like try our work travel program, basically.
Blaskin, look. It's where you get hired to be a train conductor.
Well, maybe you could be like a chef, like you were on the boat.
Gumbo, I don't think they're gonna make you a train conductor from just getting hired right there.
Do you think there's a height requirement to be a train conductor?
Probably.
Dang. Can I ride on your
Do that, I mean,
shoulders,
we can
maybe
stand
wearing
on
a trench coat?
boxes.
Yeah, let's go check this guy out. I like this idea. I like this very conveniently placed man.
As you come up to the table, there's two kind of waifish-looking teens that have both, like, are walking off with, like, paperwork in hand, kind of looking excited and, you know, like, kind of chattering back and forth to each other of, what do you think you're going to do when you get to the brand new frontier? And slowly wandering off, and then the kind of almost circus barker energy from this guy who's got, like, these black and white overalls on, and not like a train conductor cap, but just like this kind of accentuatedly wide, like, paperboy cap, and, like, big thick side, like, brown sideburns. It looks like he might be a half elf. He's like, well, you interested in getting on the train without paying that crazy price?
Yeah, why is it so expensive anyways? It seems like a lot.
I mean, I don't make the prices, but lots of people are, like, starting brand new lives out there, and this is the only real safe trek out into the wilds of Droam, so... Or you can stay here in Sean and, you know, find your riches that way.
Well, what's the offer?
Well, you get a brand new experience and something great on your resume for when you get to the frontier and you want to start your new life out there, with all manner of engineering applications, getting your hands dirty, doing some math, maybe doing some cooking. All manner of opportunities exist in the wonderful infrastructure inside the engine here. You work for us for the cost of a ticket.
How long is the contract?
The trip.
Really? Just a trip?
Yep.
That seems... I'm gonna be honest, mister, a little too good to be true. But I'm interested, and my friends are interested too. Right, my
Just
friends?
don't ask about our turnover rate.
Oh, is it dangerous?
No. You see
Is
him,
it
like, write a
dangerous?
little asterisk down on a piece of paper. You'll sign some waivers. It's experience. It's exciting. It's a brand new world out there.
Guys, how do you feel about getting a little bit of work experience?
Concerned.
There is also the possibility that those of you who wish to spend the money can just buy a ticket, and those that don't have the money to spend get to work during the train ride.
That's starting to be the sound of it.
I'll take the paperwork, please.
Certainly. You got any preferences? He slides a piece of paper over, and there's a dense block of fine print at the bottom of this thing, like in between a clear like checklist at the top where you get to pick your top 3 preferences for areas you would like to learn how to work, and then just this, like, at first it kind of looks like a just black rectangle on the page. Before you look closer, it's like, oh, that's really fine print. That's very impressive print roller. And then your signature at the bottom. You do make out some words in the fuzzy mix. Loss of limb, being eaten by the fauna of the region during train stops, not responsible for missing jewelry. But then at the section at the top, which is like, okay, circle your top 3 areas that you'd like to work. There's kitchen, there's tender, which is both cargo and like fuel. There's mechanic, there's like wait staff, and like concierge. But he does point out pretty quickly, everybody puts concierge because it sounds, man, I can't think of the word, comfy. But those are usually, that goes to seniority. You can try, but we don't really lose many people from the concierge side. Some people stay on. They're like, it's a pretty good gig.
I don't know how much of this I can do. I'll circle cooking, waitstaff. Are waitstaff and concierge the same thing?
There's like the folks that'll go around and like take care of rooms, and then there's like in dining cars, and kind of assisting with the entertainment. So there's different areas.
Totally go kitchen. We got that.
Yeah, that sounds funny. I'll do that. My eyes kind of glaze over reading the fine print for a moment. I just kind of give up and sign it.
We should do like a dish when we work together. We could just call it Lucky Gumbo. And it
ooh, I like the sound of that.
We could do that.
Sausage gumbo?
Yeah, now Lucky Gumbo sounds like you got cooked.
I mean, it may happen.
All right, Lucky, you take an inspiration for that one. I did like Lucky Gumbo. I don't know how we haven't seen it yet. It's been right in front of us the whole time. Is anyone just going, I'm going to pay my way?
I'll pay.
All right.
I've got 210 GP. How much platinum is that left over? Is that...
If you have 210 GP and it's a $300 ticket, you have 0 coins left over because you don't have
platinum. I have 61
platinum.
I have
610 GP.
Yeah.
So basically these tickets cost 35 platinum.
Yeah. I'll spend 30 of the platinum.
Oh, and anybody
as one of the perks,
this stream should happen to die is because I'll be having bad ice here. I was just noticing my bit rate is showing a hard red. I'm like, nothing's going down.
I hope your roof isn't going down. And losing power in weather like that sounds scary. Flint, as a perk of buying one of these exorbitant tickets, you do get access. The ticket vendor points out that you have access to the lounge for the next available, the station lounge for the next available trip. That the train engine 9 is gearing up for the next trip out on the brake line. They're still getting things together. It's going to be several hours before they can start boarding this trip. But you're welcome to go avail yourself of all of the nice complimentary food and drink in the lounge that overlooks the station yard, where you can get a full view of the rail engine itself. So anyone else who also wants to just pay for a ticket can. Although it sounds like it might just be you, Foot.
Are pets allowed?
Wait, I mean, I'll be honest, they may try to cook it.
I don't think they'd do this one like that.
Yeah, I don't think they'd want this one.
You're gonna, I mean, look, quarters are kind of tight on the staff side, so you may get some uncomfortable interactions with the rest of your coworkers bringing a pet down there.
Okay, Flint, can you take Sponge?
Yeah.
I hand the Pokeball to Flint.
Remember, he has to eat garbage twice a day.
He needs 5 burgers
I'm
per
gonna
meal.
feed you so much garbage.
What's the opposite of a superfood? Because that's what I'm giving you.
Oh my. Is everybody else filling out paperwork? I mean, I know Lily's kind of not there. So sounds like Lucky and Gumbo are both trying to take the staff route.
Yep.
Flint, you're buying a ticket. Blaskin, what's your pathway here?
Could you repeat the question?
Do you want to buy a ticket like Flint is doing and go as a passenger, or work during the trip and work like down in the guts of the train, tender, mechanic, cooking staff, concierge, which
Cooking staff.
you're probably not going to get.
We
I would
can't
like to
all
be
pick
cooking
cooking
staff.
staff, can we?
We are both literally chefs.
Well, but like the 3 of us?
Oh wait, who's the third one?
Me?
Lucky.
What? Or Lucky.
We are all
That's
chefs.
where we come up with
We're
Lucky
all
Gumbo.
picking chefs.
We're traveling chefs.
Yeah, see,
It's
this
maybe
right here
just,
is why you
everybody with like you're gonna drain their life force if they don't let us on the train.
No, see, what we need to do is we need to find who else is already working as a chef and, get him out of the way. Maybe they're a little sick.
Has
And
a
ask
very
them-
strict
ask them
policy on people
nicely.
working
Mhm.
there that are murderers. So if you got a rap sheet about killing people, you got to put that on your form, and then we will deny you.
Oh, certainly not. Mm-hmm.
Gumbo, go ahead and make me a persuasion check.
I make sure
yeah.
Blaskin does not say anything.
I'm like very specifically like not speaking right now. I can't even give you the help action. I'm refusing to speak.
Damn.
I've got a very innocent smile on my face. Not
All right, you
capable
look
of
like a
hurting
real
fly.
go-getter. Look, this is why we circle our top 3 choices, folks, because you're not all gonna get in the kitchen staff. That's kind of a fun job. Let me put it that way.
Well, yes, I've got lots of experience in the kitchen. My family ran a restaurant for a while, so.
Kind of looks at the Warforged in a suit that doesn't eat. You might. What's your backup plan there, buddy?
I don't know. I kind of want to change my backstory to not be a chef at this point because I never get to do anything with it. But I mean, I guess I can shovel coal. If that's a thing that you do.
Would he have somebody that like
Yeah.
walks up and down asking if anybody needs something like a drink or anything like that? I can do that.
Yeah, that's the concierge work too. It's a bigger pool of people, but it's also usually in the most comfy places. You're not getting oily and dirty unless someone's having a real good time in there.
You
party
gotta
car
pay
or
extra
something.
for that, I'm sure.
Whatever you work out with the paying customers during the trip, if it's their idea and you want to, get a little on the side, we don't know. Anyway, cool. I'll take those forms. I'll give you your intro paperwork. And if you head down the ramp over there and then take a couple more stairwells down even further, you'll see the signage for new staff taking the work travel route, and they can get you situated.
Thank you very much for all of your help.
Good luck. Don't die. I get a gift card to a coffee place around the corner if I get like 10 more signups that actually make it to the destination.
Oh, yeah, we'll do our best.
Great.
It sounds, I'm not sure the word I'm looking for. How many people you have dying on trains just working?
Yeah, like what's the survival rate for the work staff?
Carry the two.
And what's usually doing the killing? Is it like the passengers just like, hey,
Fauna?
don't like you, knife to the throat? Or do you just fall off? Somebody throw you off the train moving at a high rate? Does it get raided by monsters, bandits?
Well, you're just hitting all the high points, aren't you? I mean, most of you good mechanics out there, they went to some schooling first. So when people end up like, well, they drew the short straw, they get to learn how to work on an engine, work on some hydraulic lines, some of the arcane support systems. Don't tighten that bolt too tight. Whoops. Darn. Good thing they rode for free. And all of the other things you mentioned too. I mean, it's a pretty wild frontier out there.
We should take out some life insurance for Lily.
That's like next level insurance fraud.
Awesome. No proof of your presence on this planet or plane. But sure, you look healthy. Oh. All right, is there... So he gives you the rest of like the boilerplate corporate spiel on what you can look forward to in the next couple days. Believing that you'll give 110% and all that crap. And then you're told that you can go like sign in and like draw straws based on your preferences. It's still like a wish list. It doesn't necessarily mean like you fill that form out and that's what you get, but you've got some time, just like some rough ambiguous, like do you want to basically, if there's anything else you want to look into in the city before you leave that isn't like a multi-day effort, you can do that before kind of locking yourself into the trip.
Let me look at this map real quick.
And Flint, you, I assume, would go check out the lounge and see what's in there?
100%. I'm living it up.
Yeah.
Gotta get my tux on.
They have like a fully decked out bar setup. It's the kind where there's the bartender in the middle. It's a full like ring of bar around him, and then all of the bottles are suspended upside down via like different arcane loops. So they're kind of dancing like a chandelier above him, and you can just reach up and grab whatever he needs, and then like pop it back up there. In addition, there is a massive like crystal bay window that looks out over It appears to me there's several rows of track down there, which would look familiar to you just from like mine cart setups. But they're a good like 10 feet wide, like the rail ties. And it's a pair of them. So there's like a 10-foot rail tie with 2 rails, and then about 30 feet, and then another rail tie. And that seems to make up one line. So these are massive engines. And sure enough, if your eye kind of trails along those rails to the left, and then what you thought was like part of the station structure, you realize that these rail engines are like 4 stories tall, different series of windows. It's almost like a land cruise ship. And you can see some of the staff inside, like the second or third car back. You can see people moving through windows, like cleaning them. Some people like making beds. And then further down, you see some of the cargo loaders and folks running up with like big carts of coal, like or shoving things into the first and second story access ports. Further over, you see where the passengers actually get onto the train, which is only like the top 2 stories. But this is, it's like the front. It's not really an engine. It's just the front of this monstrosity. Kind of, I don't know if you've seen images of the bullet trains, how they kind of swoop to a point.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like that on a grand scale with like some larger, like almost additional pontoon like front. So basically the front has 3 different points all facing forward, all kind of swooping down closer to the ground. There's a deep set like green crystalline window that wraps around at about the 3rd story in the front that looks like it's some kind of captain's position or lookout. And then each car on this structure is a good like 100 feet long. You can see the first couple, and then it just kind of disappears into a larger portion of the station
or whatever
assembly. Yeah.
This is going to be awesome.
So what are the rest of you up to? Oh, and sorry, right as I asked that, I forgot something. Flint, you do notice a couple of the other passengers that are enjoying the lounge. One has like an honest to god like poodle, like with the like fluffed up manicured fur puffballs. I don't know, like where they'll shave part of the dog and then style up the rest.
Yeah.
And then there's a small I forget what they're called. It was a familiar I had in one of the old PC RPGs. There's like it's not a fairy dragon, is it?
There is a fairy dragon. I mean, pseudo
like
dragon.
kind of like cat sized.
Yeah, pseudo
They're
dragon used to
probably
be
a little bit bigger than that. They're they've got like the long frog like tongues with the butterfly wings and
Pseudo dragon?
Sure.
I said.
No, she heard that and came running. Someone say pseudo dragon. A very tall gentleman has one that's kind of draped over his shoulder, as he's enjoying like a fittingly tall glass of wine.
Hey, thank you for the raid. That's the first one we've had over here on Rumble. Appreciate that.
Whoa.
Carrot, you should show off your cool pet.
no.
But everyone else would think so highly of you.
No. I'm not even fucking on yet. I'm not ruining it yet.
Wait until all these passengers have to be stuck with it.
Yeah, wait until we're stuck on the train.
But for visual, did you say you went and changed into your like nice fancy suit?
Absolutely.
Nice. anything luxury you can think of that Flint would be keen to try or would be looking for, they're probably going to have in this lounge. It's like you bought a first class ticket at the international airport.
This is incredible.
But yes, for the rest of you, is there anything else in town that you have any inquiries about? Do you want to go look for things before the trip starts?
I'm looking at the map here, and in the lower ward, I really like this area called the Goblinoid Slum, next to the wretched apartment townhomes. That sounds very cool to me.
It's up and coming.
I want to go slum it up with the Goblinoids.
We are leaving.
Goblin food.
We are leaving.
Brandon is asking me what I get up to.
Yeah. So
I want to eat goblin food.
Your choice is, oh, so we're leaving. So I'm gonna go slum it up. Let me take up a residence in the slums with the goblins.
Okay, I don't
guys,
slum it
I'm
up with the
missing out on this
Goblinoids.
adventure.
I get a nearby little brekkie.
Oh yeah, they've.
I respect Gumbo's desire to slum it with the goblins.
Thank you.
You see a lot of people eating what looks like this weird kind of misshapen ball of. Essentially, it looks like a misshapen ball of dough before you realize that they're all crispy. And around one corner, you see a pair of goblins who are both like barking to get people to come like grab the food, and taking turns working this like deep fry pot. And it looks like they've got some massive like green and purple eggs about the size of their head, that it's like one of those street food things where they've got the big grill set up, and so they're quickly like cracking these open and just like throwing it all over the grill, doing a real fast scramble with some it looks like some grubs are thrown in there and a couple vegetables, and then they toss it real quick and then grab these two hunks of like soft dough and put all that in between. Like you've got a hamburger bun that's made of unbaked bread on the outside, or sorry, a hamburger with where the bun is unbaked, and then they drop that whole thing in this deep fry pot, and then they pull it out with some like really long like 4-foot tongs, because this pot is like the same height they are, and they quickly just kind of throw it in some paper and hand it to the next person who bought one.
Yeah, I get me one of those. I go in for lucky too.
It's it sits heavy in your stomach.
What kind of egg is this?
That'll keep you full.
What were we telling people yesterday? Wyvern, definitely.
Well, small to be wyvern.
How many wyverns have you met?
A few.
How big are their eggs? Look,
Big
we don't
and
ask
minced.
questions about where these come from. What should we call them instead? We're trying to find our niche, okay?
Maybe basilisk eggs?
AFK minute.
Ooh, can we riff on that? Basilisk. Flash in the... is this all petrified? No, that sounds bad. Is it like a stone in your stomach? Have you seen a basilisk?
Oh yeah. Lots of them where I'm from.
Do you want to roll a deception check?
Dude, I'm a deep gnome. I'm telling the truth.
Oh.
If you wanted a deception check, it should have been about the wyverns.
It's okay, their insight's really crap.
Still a little small for basilisk, but the coloration's closer at least. Anyway, thanks.
give you a
Bye.
Wait, basilisk, sure.
1 gold, 2 gold. How much money? Just kidding.
Those were Cool. There were like a few copper.
I want to make change. I don't have any change. I gotta go.
Oh, that's right. Lucky said he is AFK for a minute. Glaskin, anything you're curious about trying to check in on, or anything you're looking for before leaving the city for now?
A lot of the questions I would have had were kind of answered last session. I think I'm okay for now.
Okay. Is there anything material-wise or just general prep that you guys want to pick up before heading out? They did mention that, like, so the general trajectory of this whole effort is taking the train most of the way to its destination, because it kind of travels. I think the map link is still shared somewhere, but it kind of travels to the northwest into the Droam region, and then kind of hooks down to this city that's like being built close to the coast. But the battlefield that you're looking for is more in the northern direction of that hook in the path. So Padre pointed out that you're probably going to want to get off the train and like continue heading north at like its last refill station before it reaches the town, because otherwise you're just going to be farther away from where you want to go. And that will send you then into the wilds of the region towards a active battlefield.
That's where you might want to windwalk.
It's always weird to ask this, but I guess if there's like a magic item shop, we could all go check it out and see if there's anything cool to buy.
Do you have magic item money, Baskin?
Not everybody else does.
I'll just take my rich friends.
Other than that, I guess maybe check out like the library and see if I can find an encyclopedia on like apex predators of the area, and see if I can do any prep work for that in case they have something specific, like an anti-poison, or maybe they have something that can give me an edge over creatures of the area.
Sure. There's some kind of like travel advisory kiosks that kind of opportunistically set up near the train station, trying to get more money out of the folks that are like, I'm going to go start my new life in the West. And then there's also like you could easily find a library. It's a city of well, formerly just a city of wizards, now more of a metropolitan space. So you are more than welcome. Do you want to do like what kind of check would you like to make to find some good information about what's out there waiting for you?
I'm back.
Can I do a nature?
Yeah. You can make a nature check.
Oh, I have advantage or disadvantage. I don't... Am I still poisoned?
I don't think you should be.
I feel poisoned.
I see it on your effects. You dropped a 16, which would have been...
To 20.
A 20? Yeah. You get some information about one of the big risks in the wild lands outside of the larger cities, due to the leftover kind of remnants of the massive war, kind of aligns with the same rocks that Iggy was talking about wanting to get a hold of. There's like warping magics that have been kind of infused into the ground in some places, which has then all of the wildlife that spends time in that area has kind of mutated in its own way to take on similar features. So there's there's warnings for spellcasters in particular that many of the kind of feral critters that have become more aggressive, more like physically, like where they used to shy away from, the noises of a city or the noises of machinery, now seem to be, what's the word? Is it misophonic? Where it's like you hate sounds, or they really drive you crazy. And so they end up attacking sources of noise. And they also just have a more almost like rabid, where they'll just like things that used to be a bit more docile will still come into a very close melee space with you. And part of the risk there to spellcasters is they have that same kind of warped aura to them, where the longer you're around this aura, you start to your spellcasting ability starts to get locked out.
Okay. I'm checking something real quick. I don't think that's in the Druid spell list. I don't think I can do silence. Is silence level 3?
I think it's 2.
Alright, if it's in 2 or 3, it is not a spell I can have.
There are also footnotes about there's a lot of creatures in the wilds that favor abilities that will, like, I don't want to say trap you. You're gonna want it's like you're gonna need like the ability for your movement to speed yourself up, or to avoid more like I can't think of the descriptive word, but like, how spider webs, if you get into it, now you're all like entangled and slowed down. There's a lot of kind of caustic glue-like secretions and abilities in many of the warped creatures.
Okay. I guess the only prep I can think of to do right now. Does it say anything about how spell scrolls work? Do spell scrolls function normally?
Spell scrolls can still be crafted just fine. Like there's
But
not. It's no. So those, because there isn't anything like, people with magical ability are more susceptible to the kind of lockdown effects of this warping stone. Something that is suffused with magic itself, but it isn't like coursing through it like a scroll would be. That would need to be exposed for much longer before it would just degrade. So for the purposes of like, a day or a week, like unless you were just like burying this thing in warp stone itself, any of that should still work fine.
Okay, so maybe a few spell scrolls wouldn't be
Warpstone.
too bad.
Technically, I should call it warping stone, but yeah, one sec. I had a reference to a thing. Where did I put it? Oh no, did I lose the link? I had a link for reasonable. I'm just gonna Google it. There it is. Okay. Spell scroll. Combat items. Spell scroll. I've got prices per spell level.
Okay. I was mostly just thinking to myself, like, that might be something. I don't have a spell in mind as of right now. I will. This is just for everyone here. I'm gonna trade out Fairy Fire for Dominate Beast on next long rest.
Neat.
And you guys took one there in the. Unless you're basing this on new information.
This would be new information.
Okay.
As far as I'm concerned, yeah, this would be new
Sure.
information. Because it sounds like they're
game it.
Yeah, it sounds like they're more like wild animals, and I'm like, you know what? Being able to turn one wild animal on the other wild animals would probably be a pretty good idea.
Heh.
What do you mean, heh? What does that mean? You explain yourself, young man.
It sounds mischievous.
Okay.
Mischievous.
Yeah. All right. I thought you were like, he's in for it.
No.
What a fool. Yeah, so I'll be trading out one of my spells for that.
Okay.
Seems
And I know
prudent.
Lily's not here, but she did pick up a. He wrote it down as long metal crossbow. He did pick up one of the rifles that was being manufactured in back in the Phoenix Manufactorum. So you guys have access to that.
I've always wanted to roleplay as a ye old English hunter, man.
The other thing that is easily noticeable, because it kind of stands out a little bit from stores you guys are used to, is that there are multiple places that specifically sell like magic travel items because of the verticality of the city. They've got flying carpets, they've got brooms, they've got I can't read my own handwriting. I think that just says wings. I have to double check.
What does that mean? We can buy flight?
Hold on. No, it's not. I don't think it's what you think it is. I think it's in the item list here. Let me find it. Oh, wings of flying. Yes.
Okay.
A poncho type cloak with a hood. There seems to be a lot more material than is necessary for it to be purely a functional cloak.
I definitely might be interested in that.
So most of these are behind like warded glass. Flying carpets are they don't even show the price. The brooms are set up for 8,000 gold. The wings of flying cloak is 5,000, and then they've got something called a jump harness for 2,000.
That sounds familiar. Is anybody else interested in any of that stuff?
I don't have that much money.
No, we're having to work to get on this train, remember?
We have 9 black dragon scales we can sell.
We do have plenty of stuff we can sell.
We got
You got a whole tiefling.
Yeah.
we have 5 silver trade bar. Like we got some. We might be able to afford something. Probably not much though.
The silver trade bars are marked in a very specific way.
Oh.
That's fun. I forgot some of these things.
I have some pristine green dragon fang. Are those scales?
Scales.
Yeah, they're scales. Adult dragon teeth.
Teeth.
Dragon leather.
You've just been schlepping around for forever. I like that you have an item in your inventory that lists an amount of gold.
Brandon Rumble's loving all my dogs. Is your kitty cat around?
He is, but he's currently completely asleep.
Don't bother the sleeping cat. Oh, is he gonna go wake the sleeping cat? This little,
Oh no.
this little rat dog here, he's about 14, 15.
You did this, Rumble.
You're on the internet.
It's the animal stream. Everybody grab your animals.
I'll go get Nick.
Cat's like, why the hell did you wake me up, Dad?
I'll put you back.
I won't go get Nick to play with us, but when I get to insult him for being an animal, where anything is on the table now.
All right, so did you want to grab any scrolls, or was that just like thinking out loud?
I don't
We're
think I
good
have
for
enough
now.
money to buy a scroll. We do have 4 gold in the inventory. I don't think 4 is gonna be. Let me get back to me. I need to look at the spell list.
Sure.
I need to understand my options.
Something else.
What is the
Probably-
cost for? What did you say those were again, Brandon? You had them somewhere.
We usually don't do shopping streams.
For scrolls?
Yeah.
So level 1's going to be 60, level 2 is going to be 120, level 3 is 200.
Okay, so
Oh,
I can
4
buy a 1 or a 2. Okay,
Oh,
good to
lucky.
know.
I got us deep fried breakfast burgers
Hell yeah.
from Goblins.
Yeah. Do you know what they put in it? Sometimes goblins like to put special ingredients in there.
Very mysterious egg.
Hey, it can't be too bad then.
And also bugs and vegetables.
Let's go protein though.
Switch over to that one. We'll be on the one for that long. Okay, we can, if there's something that you're looking through, Blaskin, we can retcon something you were trying to pick up.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the spell list.
Okay. But otherwise, we can forward ahead to actually getting set up on the train. Before I do that, I need a break. I'll be right back.
Can I take a break?
He's gonna eat the cat.
I wonder if I could. So I could take silence and keep us quiet so we don't piss off the creatures. What if I do the opposite and I get deafness and I just make it so they can't hear us at all?
So we can't hear the creatures. We won't know we're about to get attacked.
I mean, deafness is a 30-foot range. But, I don't know.
You said, what if
Let me
you take
keep
the
looking.
opposite? I thought you were going to say, we're going to spell that's a loudness and let everything know where we are.
Let's get a noisemaker and throw it somewhere else.
A thaumaturgy scroll? That's a cantrip. I don't know if they,
Don't know if they scroll that.
Yeah. Oh wait, we can take. Does knock require it to be cast on a door? Choose an object you can see within range. We could take knock and just like hit a tree 60 feet away. Now the real question is it says it's as far away from 300 as 300 feet. So we can either use it as a great distraction or we'll get stampeded as soon as we do it.
Does it have a verbal component?
No. I mean, not if it's on a scroll. The components are used. The components are in the scroll, so we wouldn't need it.
Gotcha.
Buying a level 2 will literally eat all the money I have, though.
We need to start picking up jobs or something. I can't remember the last time we got paid.
When was the last time we got paid?
When we robbed the vault, probably. Allegedly.
I don't see anything in my price range that would be super useful. At least not if we're avoiding the creatures. Because deafness requires that we're already within 30 feet, and at that point they're probably on top of us.
So are you just trying to get scrolls like to use disposably or to learn?
I can't. Druids don't learn like that. It would be disposable.
No, I mean, I just didn't know your purpose on doing that. Because I can make some too, given time and money.
Ready. I am back. Is everybody else back?
I think you're the one that left.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just making sure. I didn't know if somebody was like, well, since he's taking a break, I'm gonna step out.
So when I was
The-
reading about the creatures, Brandon, did it say that they attack the source of the noise? Or that it just drives them into a frenzy when they hear loud noises?
They're driven towards it.
Alright, I'm gonna spend the 4 gold. Oh, wait, I don't have enough anyway. Shit.
I
Never mind.
4 gold if you need it.
I would need 40 gold. I did my math wrong.
Yeah, that's a difference.
Because it would be
10.
It would be pretty cool that if we got into a bad situation, we could distract whatever we're fighting if it's wild creatures with knock. Because you can just put that on an inanimate object 60 feet away. And knock is like the loudest spell you can get. Oh, and actually, never mind. It says the object has to contain a mundane or magical means that prevent access. Never mind, that's not going to work anyway.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure some of the thunder spells are going to be nice and loud too.
Yeah, they probably are, but now I have to keep looking.
Okay, so around this time, the trio of new hires can make their way to the staff kind of gathering space. You're led towards the base of the rail engine, which Flint's already gotten a sense of scale for this thing, but you guys come through kind of like the tunnels where the players come out into the stadium for a football game. Like it's very like industrial and plain and not super like bright or well lit. And then you come out into the open rail yard where the last kind of setup elements are being done to get this ready for its multi-day trip. You see there's some people like fastening new like sections of plating along the kind of defensive sponsons around all of the rail wheels. Some that are being removed have kind of deep gash marks in them, and or like caustic damage. And you're also kind of looking up at this engine that, again, stands like at least 4 stories off the ground, or 4 stories up. It's tall, whatever. And just stretches back into the distance. Like each massive piece of this engine is like 100-foot long rail car, and you can see there's 3 to 4 like walkways between each car at the juncture point. There's some hallways up top that have like little glass portholes, and then there's more like kind of open walkways or gangplanks, catwalks that are down in the kind of lower decks. But it's definitely not a like horse and buggy.
This is a very large contraption.
It really gives the sense of more of like it's a building than it's a machine. But there's also, like, along the outside, there's kind of the low hum of some arcane lights that are kind of changing colors. There's, like, one side is green. You also notice after a second that's where a bunch of doors are open right now. And then, like, further down, you see there's some red colors, and it looks like they had just shut a bunch of the cargo doors. So there's just a bunch of, there's a whole lot of kind of mechanical and mild arcane activity all over the surface of this thing. You can see steam pipes or other brass fittings that just give it kind of that mechanical greebling all over. It's like, okay, there's a lot of complexity here, but down on the ground level, it looks like it's mostly defensive. Lots of plating, lots of sealed or sealable doors. But there is a small gathering of about a dozen folks that look a bit lost, and then one taller, more authoritative individual seems to be kind of giving a general spiel to the group as you approach. And it's a kind of wide-shouldered, deep voice, kind of puffed up chest, this half-orc gentleman who's got looks like just came out from the coal chute, still like dusty, sweaty, but it's like, all right, I drew the short straw, so I've got to give all you newbies the spiel. Welcome to your job for the next 3 days. It's probably gonna suck. I'm Boiler. You'll meet some of the others. You'll meet each other. Some of you might hate each other. I don't really care. I got work to do. I work on this thing, 7 days a week. Get a break about once a month. You're here for the short haul, so, we're not going to invest a lot of energy in you guys. Just, don't get yourselves killed doing your jobs. Don't complain about the job you get. You're getting on this train for free. And, after a couple days, we never have to see your face again. And then just kind of goes into everybody come get your initial assignments. You're all going to be bunking in the same place anyway. This is where everybody boards.
I'd like to think that this is effectively the same spiel Blaskin heard before he got on the merchant ship for 3 years.
It is incredibly similar.
It's basically the same. They're like, don't expect to stay with us for too long, and then 3 years later, I'm still swapping the deck.
But he's got wow, I'm really blanking on descriptive words tonight. He's got like a large soup can, essentially, of like literally like pencil sticks that he's like, come like, pick your or see. Yeah, you're drawing straws to see what jobs you get. He's got a list with him. So the 3 of you roll me a D10.
The 3 employees.
Yes. So Lucky, Blaskin, Gumbo. All right, Gumbo, you get the stick you draw says basically is written P1 on it. Like, great, first priority. You wrote down kitchen. Well, have fun. You get to talk to Cheese.
Nice.
No, not the food, the guy. Kitchen's gonna be in these doors, and then you're gonna go up to the second level. The whole galley is in car 3 on this one. They change it depending on which engine's running. So, yeah, engine 9, galley's in car 3. Just follow the smell, the good smell. There's a lot of bad smells down here. Follow the good one.
I'm already gone.
I'll get you to the galley. Hey, where'd you go? The 3 and 2. What was your guys' third choice?
Serving. Like doing the cart. I would rather be shoveling coal.
Not the robot.
That's
well,
racist.
if you'd rather be shoveling coal, no one put that as their first choice. So he kind of ignores your draw. He's like, you're the only other one here that actually wanted to do this. So you just follow me.
Listen, it beats customer service, man.
Don't it? I could shovel this shit all day. And then Lucky, what do you think your third priority would have been? Like, I know first was cooking.
He's honestly open to whatever. He doesn't care.
Okay.
Something to learn
then-
new things, right?
So then you end up getting assigned, all right, you're going to be mechanic today. We'll redraw tomorrow. So, everybody gets a chance to maybe get their top priority. But your first day, you get to learn the guts of Engine 9.
It actually sounds like it'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, just no loose clothing. Like, just tie that robe back a bit. Make sure it's not dangling anywhere. There's a lot of moving parts.
You say robe?
Yeah, you can. I don't know if. Oh yeah, you're not wearing
He
like a
looks
wizard
down
robe.
at his like little vest and trousers. Is like, okay.
Oh, it was some kind of illusion was on me. I don't know.
It's a cultural thing.
You're. I'm used to all halflings having robes for some reason.
Oh my god, these dogs tonight. Everybody's wanting attention.
He's got his camera set up like 2 feet off the floor, so they can just all run out. Anyway, you're probably gonna want to find Ephraim. He's our lead mechanic. He's back in the guts of. Well, no, actually, he roams all over the place. Come to think of it, start wandering, asking for mechanic work. Or just pick up a wrench and start looking for something that's broken, honestly. Your luck's about as good either way.
Like he's thinking to himself, he's got like, yeah, I've got the fabricate spell. I can probably fix things real easy with this.
All right, we're heading out in an hour, so everybody go find. And all bunks are on floor 1 in car 2. So it's packed tight. Flint, you are in the middle of a relaxing hot towel treatment in the lounge when someone comes in and very I do apologize for the interruption, but it is time to start pre-boarding for the trip. So if you could wrap up what you're enjoying here, feel free to take any of the refreshments you're still working on with you. We serve the same food on the cars, and just down this hallway is the boarding area, and then we can make sure you can find your quarters and begin the trip in comfort.
Well, so be it. Grab my drink and I'll leave.
So, from a player point of view, how do you think you can feel free to put your quarters on the top deck or the lower of the fancy half of the train, either closer to the front of everything or further in the back, if it even matters. It doesn't really matter. But what kind of a room do you come into when they direct you to? Like, room 307 is your quarters for the trip.
Well, definitely want a room with a window.
Yep.
And
not just a window. These actually have a balcony. So floor to ceiling, crystal glass, sliding structure, and then like a good like 20 square feet of open air balcony.
probably on the top floor towards the front.
So you get one of those setups that actually your balcony wraps a bit around one of those. There's a curve to the front of each of the forward passenger cars, and so you actually have a space where you can see further back on the train. These just kind of give you a side view out to the world from up high in your safe room. But yours has a bit of an extended balcony out to the front, so you could actually walk around the corner of your window and kind of see the destination, like see down the track.
This is going to be incredible when something's actually on it.
Otherwise, you've got like a pile of like fresh fruit has been left on the table there. It's essentially like its own little mini suite. So your own bed that is not just like fold out from the wall, but like looks set up in the space. Table and chairs, its own bathroom. So you're as comfortable as you want to be.
And I'm alone. This is great.
Flint's up there like, man, I can't imagine how bad it would be shoveling coal right now.
I get some time off. I get away from the goobers. I get to enjoy the finer things in life right now. This is like the highest moment Flint has ever been in.
How far he has come from, can I borrow some money, guys? I don't have my wallet.
Yeah, being launched through a wall, then being fished out of the wall. Guys, I left my wallet at home. Clint is immediately going to start enjoying the whole room. Just looking everything over, top to bottom.
Yep. Well, there's even a small collection of literature on like a bookshelf section, like about a 2-foot wide, 3-shelf bookshelf is built into the wall. Different fiction and nonfiction titles in the area. A primer on starting or the state of the frontier expansion into the region.
Well, he's gonna read that on the balcony.
With a mimosa.
I gotta take these dogs out. I'll be right back.
All right. Gumbo, you follow your nose, and go up some. As you're making your way towards the kitchen area, you're getting a sense of how the lower decks are laid out across the various cars of the rail engine, and it's very Spartan. They've actually they have spared every expense in terms of creature comforts, noise isolation. There's a lot of places where like some of the rooms that you pass don't really have walls per se. It's just that they're kind of divided by all of the pipes and like some mesh to keep people away from like steam lines, and then there's just like, okay, we'll put a room in here, but we didn't bother really putting a door or walls on it. You walk across some platforms that you can actually see down to like the open ground, like the walkway sends you over like some thick cabling that seems to have like a weird kind of energetic hum to it. And past those cables, there's just like, you can see rail ties. So it's...
Don't love that.
It's not like there's a big place where you could hop over the railing and just fall out of the train. But it's because there's just so much components to the engine that like fill that space. And there's like, if you look really closely, you can see there's still like support bars and other cross pieces that would effectively like create like a grill. So you couldn't just like climb up in unless you were some very small creature, perhaps. And that's not ironic. I mean, like a snake might be able to get up inside. So anyway, but you do feel more of the outside elements in those areas, and then others you are like up in like you transition from one train car to the next, and you are up inside like an enclosed space, especially as you get closer to the kitchen, because they need to. This is where they're prepping food for everybody above, so. Suddenly there's a concern for keeping things clean and making sure there's like an airlock of, don't let the cold air in from outside because it's going to, make all of the freshly prepared dishes start to cool off too fast. So you get more structure and stability in that space.
I should have just spent the money. The things I do for you, Hal.
Yeah, this is certainly unique.
No machine this big should move this fast. Not natural.
There are senses of scale in this multiverse, little Gumbo, that would boggle your mind. But this is still a pretty wild ride.
It'll likely only get wilder based on the things I've heard.
Just keep your wits about you.
Let's
We're
meet
no
this cheese
closer.
fellow.
Yes. You do make it into like a kind of long this central galley of the car that it's set in. Looks like it takes up like a majority of the second floor in one large space. So you see like an 80-foot long galley that's about 25-30 feet wide. So it's got 2 long prep tables all the way down, and then a bunch of like cooking stations around the outside, and just every possible cooking implement you can think of, all hanging from like upper racks, pots and pans, and some interesting shaped skillets, and then the lower row, like along the prep tables, there's all like manners of knives and hammers and scissors and you name it. There's whisks of all shapes and sizes. Like you've got Williams and Sonoma just like dumped its entire contents in front of you and then got organized. And there's 2 other people that have made it there before you, who are starting to put on. They're being directed to put on these aprons, and as you take the space in, you recognize or start to notice that there's already like about a dozen to 2 dozen people that are working like further down in the galley. Everybody's already like assigned to different food preps out on the outer sequence, and the 2 people that you noticed kind of had you spotted them because you recognized them from the gathering outside the train, and as you come up, you hear,
I don't expect you to do anything perfect. I don't expect you to do anything miraculous, but I do expect you to listen to every instruction and also don't fuck up my food. If you end up peeling potatoes this entire trip, whatever.
Oh my god, he's
Oh, look,
French.
another one.
This guy made Blaskin.
Reporting for duty, chef.
Dad?
Well,
I
that's
can only imagine
very
that
small
head-
one this time.
The head crane Blaskin would do, just like hearing another French guy. He's like, I've only heard this once before in my life.
Clearly, this is it. This is my moment.
We're going to need to get you an apple crate or 2. Have you cooked before?
Yes, I was raised in a restaurant. I know my way around.
What was your specialty?
We did a lot of Underdark types cookings, lots of gumbos, lots of stews. I do a good Wellington, good palais.
It's day 1. We'll put you on the soup station.
Is there?
he grabs a smaller apron, tosses it at you.
You're going to want to tie...
Wait, I'm just looking at the image. Does Gumbo have long hair, or is it all like back in a bun?
She's got 2 buns on her head, tied up pretty well.
Okay.
You're going to
She
knock
does
a
have
lot
a
of
staff
things
in her
over.
hand, though.
Yeah, I was about to say,
You're going to knock a lot of things over with that staff. You need to find a safe place to put that.
Oh, it's a sort of mobility aid. I can't really walk without it. Don't worry, I will do just fine. And I'm gonna cast Mage Hand. Don't you worry about me. I can kill around.
I'm laughing because
Cheating.
that's not untrue. Gumbo actually can't walk without that.
Not lying.
Yeah, there's no need for a deception check. That's not lying.
Would the gods just send me one assistant who doesn't have some little thing they always need? If you ruin food by knocking things over with that, I'm kicking you out of the kitchen. And if they can't find another job for you, we're kicking you off the train.
Yes, chef.
and as he does this, you notice the other 2 fingers on his hand are missing.
I like this guy.
Do you even know his
Get my
name?
apple crate. I begin prep at the soup station.
Yep. There's
And
a
just chef 3
whole
fingers.
pile. So there's a massive box of like 4 different vegetables. So it looks like they're starting you on like a mirepoix. And yeah, you get to work. Go ahead. What would you like to roll to see how well you work in the kitchen for day 1?
That's a good question.
Craft water.
Garrett, get out of my head, you son of a bitch.
Can I go? I'm gonna lean on my mage hand quite a bit to reach things that I normally wouldn't be able to reach just because of my size. So can I do Arcana?
Okay, DC is going to be higher with an Arcana because you're. That's all I'll say.
Okay.
But it wasn't that
just
high.
for style points. Just for style points, I'm gonna use my D10 as well.
Your D10.
I'm showing off a little bit.
Wait, what's the? I forgot. What's the D10 from?
It's a warlock thing.
Oh.
I can add a D10 to a roll.
Uh
So 28 total.
28. You're so efficient. You actually cause one of the other newbies to be moved out of the kitchen because they can't keep up with you. And there's no other work for them to do. And it's like the head chef just kind of watches you from afar and then comes over, and you think like he's got this. The body language is saying like, all right, you just fucked up and I'm going to tell you why. But he just kind of doesn't start the conversation. He just sits there and is when he first walks up, doesn't say anything, just kind of crosses his arms. Well, keep going. And as you continue to do your thing, eventually, you go through the process. You hear a couple like, huh, it's almost like juggling. I think I'm okay with you keeping the stick for now.
That's high praise, chef.
We'll see how you do continuing. I may want to offer you a job by the end.
Oh my, very high praise.
Immediately knock something over with his stick.
Yeah. He
You're
surprises you.
too
You let go of the stick and then just go face down into the sea.
Oh no! The 3rd degree burns!
Ting!
Hey, no, we're
But he
gonna need
does-
I don't think regular healing is gonna do that one, Gumbo. We're gonna need a restoration for those scars.
Give me a perception check real quick.
Uh-huh. Oh, not good.
You lose all track of time working in here. If you had any intention of like, I'm gonna work, like see if I can work for like an hour or two and then maybe take a break and go back and like figure out where I'm sleeping, your whole day is gonna go by in here.
in the
Partially
zone.
because, yeah, and he's kind of giving you, he keeps like leveling up your task. Like you start at like pretty basic soups, and then he's got you like working more like the creamy bisques, and then he's got you working on some sauces, and then he'll even pull you over to like work on some like single pan meals, like making the sauce there in it after they've like got all the Maillard from the sear. So like, you're like totally focused in, but you're also going to be exhausted when you finally catch up to everybody at the very end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's going to take care of Gumbo completely, unless there's anything you want to do from your perspective in that space.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Blaskin,
Oh,
you follow Boiler, the half-orc. He walks up, like you guys enter the same place as everybody else. Head down to the right towards the front of the rail engine. He just kind of reaches in. You notice a lot of the same things on your walk that Gumbo was getting. Like it's very sparse in terms of flooring. Like there's walls on the outside of the train, but the first two floors that are the staff and the worker floors, it's like you're just walking through an engine block for the most part. It's noisy. It's uncomfortably warm, if that is noticeable by you. He makes a quip about like, sure you don't want to change? That suit's gonna get hella messy.
Oh, I really don't really ever take off my little cloak, but yeah, I don't want to get it all dirty.
I think he's talking about your suit.
Oh shit, I'm in a business suit. I forgot. I don't usually wear clothes, so
Ask him if he has anything else to wear.
I will. Oh, he's gonna see.
That's gonna sound great for the new people tuning in. This guy just runs around naked.
He probably doesn't know what a mortimer is, right, guys?
He's a robot.
Yeah, I'll take it off and hope for the best.
Scott, please just ask him if he has anything else to wear.
No.
All right, well,
Garrett dying after I said that.
Boiler rolled low on his history check.
Thank God. See,
Yeah, I got a locker. You can keep that in.
Oh, good. That's cool. Thank you.
Never seen
I'll,
those details before. Must
Yeah,
have some
they're,
interesting story.
You know, it's funny. I'm not really sure myself yet.
Is that like some kind of Warforged birthmark?
What's a birthmark? Just wholesale dodging this. I am like neo dodging. Yeah, I'm like a neo dodging this question.
Birth question mark.
Obviously don't know enough about Warforged. I spent too much time in this train. Here's your shovel.
Do you have 4 more?
Shovels?
Yeah.
I mean, we got a whole bunch. They break.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Can you show me where they're at?
I just realized why you asked that question.
No! Shut up, Brandon! No, you didn't!
Oh no.
Don't give it away!
That's perfect.
Yeah, supply room's off the...
So he takes you, like you're walking and talking. He takes your suit from you and puts it in a locker that you can come back and find. It's not locked. It's just going to keep it from getting totally messed up. Takes you to a central room that's got like 3 different large furnace blocks in like a triangular pattern. You notice that all of them have like a couple different... There's like conduit lines. Like on a standard, like anywhere you're throwing coal into the furnace for a boiler, you're trying to create heat for like the steam engine. This one, you seem to be heating, like where you're shoveling stuff in, there's like this weird kind of receptor pad at the top of the furnace structure, and there's like a steady vibration to it. And then you just see like a dozen or so glowing like rods that just kind of disappear up into the next floor. But no, you don't see any like steam element. But yeah, it just I don't know how many engines Blaskin's been around, so
0.
yeah. All you can see is, yep, we're keeping these fires going. But then there's 2 different cubbies off to, like, if these are set out in a triangle, the 2 upper sides, there's cubbies off to either one of those that have, there's like a cooler, like not a fridge, but like a big kind of, I guess it would be a barrel of water in each, and just like a pile of ratty looking shovels, big old dents in some of them. Some are snapped in half, but they're still in the pile. There's a bunch of tools there, and the center of the room, he pulls a lever, and about a 20-foot in diameter pit opens up, and like you see just the surface. It's just a bunch of like coal stones, whatever you call a coal chunk, and then something underneath like shifts upward, and it turns into like a big kind of accessible pile that's spilling out a bit. It's about 5 feet high. It's like, well, this is the job today. That goes in those. Here we go.
Okay. And I'll grab one. I'll start shoveling.
Okay. What roll would you like to make for general effectiveness, skill, and/or impressionability? How's Blaskin tackling this?
Well, you probably already guessed it, but I'm gonna cast Conjure Animals and make 4 gorillas do it for me.
The solution is always 4 gorillas. 4 gorillas are always applicable to any situation.
So there was one other guy that.
So, does that mean I can roll animal handling?
Yeah, roll me animal handling, and well, we'll start there. Because your summoned creatures always obey you, right?
Yeah, I got a 13. I got a +9 in animal handling.
4.
So I'm gonna like give them an example of how to shovel the coal in there, and then I'll tell them to do it. We'll take shifts too. They only last an hour, but we can take shifts on it.
Okay, so there was one other guy that worked for Boiler. He just, if you ask, no, I'm not even gonna go there. Who like came in shortly after you joined, and just, you know, this is rote work for him. So grabbed a shovel, started working on the 3rd furnace. How long are you guys working before you decide to conjure animals? Like, is that the first thing you do?
The moment Blaskin starts to feel anything that resembles any sort of fatigue at all, we're gorilla moding.
Okay. Do you think that's pretty quick, or do you want to roll for it?
We can roll for it, yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a. God, I think that's a con check, right? For
That
endurance.
Con seems fine. Endurance.
Yeah. Roll.
Oh, sorry, I was looking for anything that said endurance on it. I don't know why I'm thinking that. Yeah, con check.
Yeah, give me con.
Dang, I'm going for a while.
Dang, yeah. Boiler sets in, or like kind of sets into a bit of a rhythm and a pattern with you. You know, he'll make kind of an offhand comment at one point. You know, most folks who draw this straw, they're done by like 20 minutes. They're over, you know, begging for water and complaining about blisters, and I'm kind of impressed, honestly.
I'm gonna pound my chest and say, I'm built different.
Those
He's constructed uniquely.
those extra lines must be aerodynamic or something. So yeah, after when you do finally start to feel exertion, we'll say you're at it for like a good hour and a half. Just lucked into finding the right rhythm that worked well for your stamina. Let's say that you actually kind of found like this kind of calm Zen state of like, oh, it just goes in and then goes in there and it burns away. And it's at the same clock cycle all the time. And then you're like, wait a minute. I know a better way. So from the other guy's perspective, do gorillas just appear out of nowhere? Like, what does it look like when you summon creatures? Like, is this a Nightcrawler Bamf? Is there some, like, emergent effect? Are they going to get any kind of heads up that, like, something's happening?
When we're getting...
You turn around and gorillas.
When we're getting a little bit, even just a little bit tired, Blaskin's be like, hold on, I'm going to call for some help really fast. They'll stay for about an hour, and they don't really need to be paid, but I like to give them some berries. And then I'll, like, turn to the largest empty space in the area around us, be like, guys, I need some help again. It's a lot easier than the other things I make you do. And I'm gonna like throw like very flamboyantly like thrust my arms into the air, but I'm gonna like basically whisper the guys, I need some help. And then they coalesce from the smoke around us.
Oh, nice. Gorillas in the mist. Boiler has enough time to start saying, the newbies are always a little bit weird. And then, like, there's gorillas. He's like, that's new. And you notice he takes like a defensive stance with the shovel.
No, these are my guys. I had names for them in my notes at one point, but I don't know what happened to them. So I'm gonna call them Gary, Greg, Gardania, and Gru.
Gardania.
Me struggling for another name that starts with G.
Okay, so now I would love a persuasion check for you to help convince them that this is cool. We're not breaking any rules. OSHA's all right with this. Also, they're not going to kill you.
I'm terrible at those. Why would you ask this of me?
Or deception?
No, I have -1 charisma. I don't know what you want from me. I guess I'll just do persuasion. Yikes. No, wait, they're cool. They're cool. They're with me. 17!
Ooh, it teetered so close on that, too.
I saw it hit the 17 and start to tilt. I'm like, no, please stay right there.
So Boiler and the other guy just continue to like, they stopped shoveling because they're keeping their shovels in front of them towards the gorillas. You said that you show the gorillas how to do it and then like tell them to take up tools.
Yeah.
So
I checked to make sure gorillas have opposable thumbs. I looked.
It takes a minute for them to kind of take in the fact that, oh, these things showed up, they listened to you, and then they picked up shovels and started working. And then Boiler looks over at the other guy, it's like, and then like puts, doesn't say anything yet, but puts his shovel, or holds his shovel in one hand and just kind of sets it down in more of a relaxed pose. And you see him slowly counting on his fingers.
Rick, I do believe we could take a break.
The other guy's like, sweet!
I'm gonna telepathically...
How long do they last?
I'm gonna telepathically contact Gumbo and be like, by the end of this, we're gonna be full-time employees.
Blaskin, what did you get in my head?
It's magic, I ain't gotta explain shit.
No, Blaskin, it's really crowded in here.
4 months later, we're running the train company.
Yeah, we know.
We're retired, no longer adventuring.
That actually sounds like a sick way for adventurers to retire. I'm not gonna lie. It sounds awesome.
You've kind of won this guy over now because the three of you sit back next to the water there. He passes you over like a pretty beat up tin cup.
Sorry, force of habit. I don't even know if you drink, but it's a pretty sweet trick.
Unfortunately, I don't think I can teach you. I don't think it works that way.
Training them or
Just making them show up. I guess it's kind of related, I think.
Did they get on the train with you? Like, were you hiding? Is this like?
Yes, it's a very clever magic trick. I had them up my sleeve. No, I can just.
Are they gonna need a bunk?
No, they'll go away in about an hour. But I can do it again.
Huh.
I can do it.
Make this trip real easy.
Let's see. I can do it. Let's see. I can technically do it 9 times in a day.
I mean, our shifts are 6 hours on at a time.
Well,
These are going to be real easy shifts.
I don't want to stress them out. They are kind of more like friends than they are. I was going to say servants, but that sounds really bad. And then I was going to say something else, but that sounded worse.
Oh, we're all working for the man upstairs.
Let's not tell him about this, huh? He'll probably just find something else for us
Oh,
to
hell
do.
no. I don't get to sit down like this ever
All right.
when I'm on shift.
And I'm going to spend I'm going to spend that 3rd level slot, and I'm going to spend a 1st level slot and cast a Good Berry. And we'll have some berries while we take our break.
Bam.
Yeah, he's. Hold on. Nope. Wow, he rolled even worse. I was just seeing if the other guy, now that he's chilling out and sitting next to you, noticed anything about you.
I'm stealthy. I'm so stealthy that I summoned 4 gorillas and grew berries from my hand.
See a lot of weird things on this, out on the break line. Haven't seen this before.
Where'd that go? Lucky, are you back?
Yeah, but I've got an oven about to go off in like maybe 8 minutes.
Can you remind me what you said was? Oh, that's right. You were looking for the mechanic. Do you want to go looking for the head mechanic, or did you want to just grab a wrench and start wandering around and see if you could fix something?
Yeah, I think he'd be more kind of curious about things and just like look around, watch, observe, and if he happens to run into somebody cool, otherwise he'll look busy.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a. So you're just kind of scanning, studying, learning what this system is that's running this large machine. And like with all the other contraptions here in Eberron, there's always the mix of the arcane and technology. So you can either roll a Arcana or investigation to make heads or tails of like the systems
They're
around you.
the same to me, so-
Okay. So it doesn't take you long to get a feel for which components are kind of resonating with more of the like arcane conduits, and which ones are just mechanical, detailed fixtures and interlocking systems that are more about the physical translation of power into motion. You also are able to separate like the plumbing and the systems that are supporting the comfort of the travelers upstairs from the things that are like actually keeping the engine healthy and making everything work together. There's like a deep level of complexity to the, like, you can't put your finger on it yet, but there's just like it's like a nerve network of different triggers and paddles and sensors that just are running all throughout the mechanics of the car that you're exploring, that you can't, you're dumbfounded by, like, how does anybody design a system that can interact with this many different parts at the same time without like employing just a fleet of people to be constantly like adjusting things and, you know, flipping levers and rotating knobs and all the other ways that you can tweak a machine. It's all that you've got right now is that, yes, it's a big, like, complex structure that, you know, probably needs lots of repair in different ways as it continues to move such a massive behemoth of a vehicle. But there's something here that is like, there's an undercurrent that, like, it doesn't line up. There's like there's some kind of control mechanism that you can't understand here. There's like a meta layer. It has you feeling a little bit off. Like, I can grok this system. I can understand these contraptions. There's a piece here that doesn't seem right.
Is it disconcerting, or is it just the complexity that's so real? Also, I missed my time. I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, then I won't answer him yet. God, I missed so many messages.
Sorry about that.
All good.
Making
it's
a late night snack.
It's a little bit disconcerting to you because for all the parts that you do understand, it's like when cosmologists are like, you know, there's a piece of the math that is missing that we have to call dark matter or dark energy because otherwise everything else that makes sense doesn't. There's a control mechanism to all of this that you can't find, that you don't see how this all continues to work together with as complex as it is, based on everything that you're looking at so far. So it's disconcerting in the way of, like, how the hell is this thing even running? Like, I see how all the little pieces work, but how does this stay like a cohesive whole? How does this whole thing work together? So if that's disconcerting to him or if it's just frustrating, I guess that's your call.
Okay. Are there other mechanics or people working down here?
You wander for, I'll say you're probably lost in thought and inspection and investigation. There are people that move by with purpose, but the car that you started in doesn't have a whole lot of folks that are like tending to the system just yet. It's they just did a big shift getting the thing ready, and so in part of your rounds you could like wander by the bunk room, and you'll see there's a couple of folks just like laid out asleep that have like more of like a coverall that are probably some of the mechanical team. But yeah, a couple, let's say an hour into when the machine is, or the engine is first left, you do bump into someone. Well, not bump into, but like you come around one corner and there's a older human who's got like the thing that stands out to you first. He's mostly bald. Got like a wisp of white, like just down like the back that he's kind of pulled into a loose ponytail. And he's got his ear to the like a set of pipes, and he's tapping in a couple places. And as you walk up, yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, you're like, yeah, excuse me, I'm supposed to be helping down here. Are you the head lead man?
Oh, good. We always need more help. Can always use a couple extra hands tending to this beauty.
He doesn't open his eyes. He's still got them closed, and he's tapping on the pipe.
She's speaking to me.
I'm gonna kind of like, if there's a pipe running near me too, his eyes are closed, I'm just gonna kind of lean over and put my ear to it just to see if I can hear what he's hearing.
Yeah, thankfully you don't get scalded, but you do. All you're hearing is like a kind of a rhythmic like whoosh. It comes by like every 2 seconds.
Is you listen to the whoosh? Is it what I'm picking up here?
Listening to all of it. The rhythm, the vibrations.
How does this all work? And I start going into details on like how I understand this part and this part. I can kind of glean.
Mm-hmm.
But there's this middle part that's not making sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's artistry. You got lots of questions for the new guy. You work on a lot of machines?
Nope. I think it's the first one. But pretty quick to learn and inquisitive.
I'll say, on both counts. Well, I'm Ephraim. I'm our chief engine whisperer. And I can show you a thing or two. It's some parts are a bit of a black box, company secret. Someone still holds all the patents on these designs, but I'm getting a good feel for it.
At this point, he pulls his ear.
Lucky, pleased to meet you.
He still hasn't opened his eyes, by the way, and at this point, he pulls his ear away from the pipe and grabs like an extra long, like a 4-foot pipe wrench that's been sitting over on the side and kind of braces himself with it like a cane, and then starts kind of dragging it back and forth in front of him as he walks closer to you. When he comes closer, you realize he hasn't opened his eyes, and the lids are incredibly sunk. He doesn't look like he has eyes anymore.
Lucky's just gonna be like that. Ooh. I didn't say anything. There might be a little intake of breath, like as he realizes.
There we go. Yep. Always have fun seeing how the new guys react. No,
sorry about that. Just not what I was expecting. With all these
life
parts
rarely
and stuff, don't you kind of need to be able to see to not get hurt?
When you've been in this engine as long as I have, you can feel better than you can see, honestly. Anytime the lamps go out, the rest of you tend to put your hands in gears you didn't know were there and maybe die?
Yeah,
Certainly happens a lot down here. But no, I feel just about everything going on around me. Anyway, did you find a place to bunk yet?
I saw a couple guys sleeping back there, but I didn't want to disturb them.
Yeah, that's the only bunk room. It's nice and tight down here, but yeah, they just finished a shift. We do a lot. I wasn't gonna ask. It's one thing that I've learned is that voices never really give that vibe of if they're a big gentleman or a small gentleman.
Probably about right above your kneecap, mid-thigh, maybe.
Really? And he does like a super fast like swoosh with the pipe wrench about a foot above where you described.
Oh, good, you're not a liar.
Now, I mean, you could check a little bit different way, and I kind of reach out and grab his hand and then like pat my head with it.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't have gotten karmic retribution if you were lying.
Yeah, try not to do that.
Well, Lucky, pleased to meet you. Yeah, the rest of the crew, they're taking their rest shift because they just put in about 5 hours of work getting this girl ready to roll. So.
Yes, is it where I'm supposed to start? What do you need me doing?
Let's see. We've probably got. You could probably honestly sit on your laurels or just keep studying like you have been for a good hour or two. The fittings we got to keep adjusting don't really start to rattle out of place until we get up into the hills a little bit.
Is it any kind of manual? I'm good at studying.
Haven't read a book in a while.
Yeah, probably not.
But
is there one?
Yeah. Yeah, there's in the tool room. Next car down. He'll give you like some brief instructions on how to find it. But there's a well-worn, grease-stained, slightly damaged. Some pages look like they burned. Kind of initiate's guide to how to keep things in repair. There is a fold-out map of the structure of the rail engine in general, and the one thing that stands out to you is that the last car on the train. Everything else has like a bit of a architectural diagram of like, here's the pathways, here's the general, like, okay, if you need to work on hydraulics, the main like compressor is in this car. So there's always some details on just about every piece of the layout. Last car of the train just is like, there's like hash shading through the whole thing. Like black boxed. But it'll, having that in hand, you get a +2 to any rolls you're doing to work on repairs or disrepair.
Yeah, I'll definitely just be studying that for quite a while. Now, does the part you're talking about being black box, is it like it's incomplete, or is this like redacted data or something?
Yeah, kind of. It's more redacted vibe.
Okay.
And I'm actually gonna have to drop in just a minute here. We're getting close to 1. So I gotta help with something before it gets too late. But I want to come back to Flint. So the rest of you actually, Lucky, how would you? So some opportunities to like start doing actual repair work are going to come up on this first shift before we get to like the end of day 1. What skill do you think you're going to be employing to succeed, to impress, to overdo, to underdo?
Can I apply my skills with thieves' tools for like some very small, intricate repair that's needing more deftness with the digits versus strength or anything like that?
Yeah, I will say that a lot of the work that he's going to push you towards, because it's day 1 and just the fact that this is largely manual labor down here, finding the intricate stuff or working on something that's more deft is going to have a higher DC than something that's more strength or brute based. Or just intellectually scanning for things. But yeah, if you want to go with like the thieves tools and
I was
find
just
something,
trying to do something different. I could use
Yeah, no, it's,
investigation from things I've seen in the manual to investigate. This is how you do it, but where is it? I'm going to look and find, like, where's the drain plug for this? I need to change the oil.
Okay, sure. Killing it. Yeah, you guys all top marks across the board, although Blaskin cheated with gorillas.
Just because I arrived at the answer differently doesn't mean it wasn't the right answer.
And all your coworkers are happy. Maybe the gorilla, not the gorillas, but who knows? Yeah, that without a doubt, that's a solid success. It's still well tuned enough that you don't need like intense like strength to get any of the work done. Nothing's like super locked up. It's just had a once over there in the station. So it more comes down to, okay, can I find things in a quick enough manner based on the information I now have at my fingertips? Oh, and that should have had an additional +2 on it because of the manual. So yeah, you're even better.
Totally gonna keep that thing like folded up in my back pocket.
Yeah, not a problem. So everybody's doing well. There's a stat I'm keeping track of, which is like the quality of your shifts. So everybody got +1 in all 3.
Yay.
Won't tell
We
you
are
what that means.
exemplary employees.
But I do want to, before I have to drop off, I do want to come back to Flint. You've had, like, nobody's checked in with you at all today. Which, you know, for all I know, that's great news to Flint.
Thank God.
What do you think Flint got up to? Actually, so there's standard, the floors 3 and 4 of the rail engine number 9 here are a large collection of different forms of entertainment, viewing cars, the bunk cars, the dining cars, but throw one more, like what's an unexpected luxury room or luxury theme to one of these structures that Flint found today?
Open minibar.
Sauna.
Ooh.
For sure. It's a multi-component. It's like sauna, spa. There's a swimming, like a 5-lane swimming pool down the center, and then like the different saunas and sauna's just the hot room, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a whole bunch of them down the sides of this car, and then kind of there's even like there's a salt room. There's a cold room, which is kind of surprising because you're not sure how they're keeping it cold, but there's ice forming on the walls.
It's magic. I ain't got to explain shit.
So yeah, there's definitely a sauna room that you were able to find. Do you bring Sponge out at any point today?
Maybe when I'm in my room, I let him out. I'll feed him some food I've ordered, and I'll, most of the day I'm gonna be feet up, reading a book, like doing shit that I haven't done since I left home fucking years ago at this point. Or was that like
Nice.
months ago? Might take a nap in the chair that I'm, while I'm reading the book,
Mhm.
some really high quality relaxation type stuff. Go to the sauna, come back,
Quality.
take another nap. Just that kind of a day.
Nice. for the purposes of until lost, Flint gains 10 temporary hit points.
Woo!
Just from you've kind of been constant go for months. This is just like such a rich splurge in relaxation and like restoration. Yeah, it's doing you a world of good.
I can feel it.
And we'll put a pin in it there. We'll see what happens on day 2. Spoilers, it's probably not just more work. As you continue down the break line towards the wilds, you're still day 1. You haven't made it across the border, so the train moves kind of slow in certain sections because you're going up through several different mountain passes that are there to the west of Sharn. I think Brayland was the main province, so you're still there's a lot of elevation gain, and something this massive, it's kind of a crawl at some points. The fun part is that, like, out your window, Flint, you're going slow enough in some places that you can actually reach out to some, like, strangely tall fruit trees and grab, like, an extra long, what looks like a pear. Just because you're going so slow, you can kind of reach your hand off the balcony and grab one because it's passing you, like, I don't know, 2 miles an hour.
Perfect.
So yeah, you guys are approaching the border probably the morning of day 2. But yeah, I think from my end, DM-wise, that's where we will pick up next time.
Well, thank you for running, sir. Appreciate that. Also appreciate everybody who hung out with us tonight on all places. Got our first raid over on Rumble. I didn't even know we could do that. I've got to figure out how to do that so I can try to jump to other channels when we're done. So appreciate you all very much. Hope everybody would like to hang out with us again next time. And if you want to check out this campaign or our other ones, you can do so on YouTube and Rumble. Likes, follow, shares, appreciated. Trying to grow all of the channels. So anybody wants to throw us a like or follow, be greatly appreciated. I know we got some tonight, so thank y'all. And we will be back Tuesday for Kelso's game. Unless Blanket Mimics get him again. We actually missed both games this week. He'll still had not shown up, so I'm not sure if he's just exhausted or what. But we should be back next Tuesday around midnight Central. Hope to see you there, and have a great rest of your weekend. For those of y'all getting hit by the cold, stay warm and stay safe.